Salute! I am here for a special evening gathering at 708 Jetta Court, and I'm here with the owners of the home and my cooperating listing agent, Lisa. But I want to tell you some stories about how I first met this lovely home, and hear the wonderful stories from the owners on how they designed this space. Hello everyone, we have Miss Lynn and Lisa and Leonard here. We are in their lovely kitchen. Let me back up and show you. This is the space that I always remember when I come to Jetta Court. Whenever I come, Leonard over here is the Italian chef of the home and always has greeted Lisa and I with a wonderful meal and a glass of red wine. Thank you, Leonard. And I'll never forget meeting this house for the first time and discovering the spirit and energy that this lovely designer created. I wanted to capture the story of how you designed, redesigned, and created the spirit of 708 Jetta Court. Everyone, this is Miss Lynn, and she is the designer and owner of this property. And Lynn, can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you and what led to your the design and reimagining of this space?
Well, when we bought the home 30 years ago, we knew it had good bones, but it had a bad layout. And with the background in design and having grown up on the Ute and Navajo nations as a child, I wanted a place to showcase some of my Southwest, our collection of Southwest art. And so little by little, we redesigned the house to match our dream, which was a bit of a mountain Southwest feel and look, but in Texas. We kind of blend the hill country feeling with our Southwest background. Leonard has come to love the Southwest Indians as much as I do, and so we do a lot of collecting, and we created a place to showcase a lot of that.
Oh, and Leonard, you're the home chef, so talk to us a little bit about how you've enjoyed entertaining and cooking here in this wonderful kitchen. I'm going to show it off a little bit so we can see the whole space. Every time I come, you always have, there's just an amazing welcoming aroma of garlic and tomato sauce. So what have you enjoyed about entertaining and cooking in this kitchen?
Well, first of all, being Italian, the kitchen is a big part of the Italian family's home. And that's where most of the things happen, not just eating, but gatherings, conversations with your family and friends. And I've always enjoyed sharing that with not just my own family, but with friends that come over. And especially this kitchen, because it does allow me to do so much more than what the previous kitchen was, as you can tell. So the kitchen is a big part. I thoroughly enjoy cooking, serving, and enjoying good friends.
And Lisa and I have benefited from your hospitality many, many times. Miss Lisa, do you remember the first time that you visited Jetta and what your impression was?
Yes. Well, one, I love that it's on the cul-de-sac, so it showcases the front of the house. So when you walk up and you have that courtyard, it's just a beautiful setting.
Yeah.
But then when you walk in these double doors and you see the beautiful wood floors, it just felt very warm and charming. It has a lot of personality. It's unique. I don't see another house that looks like this, but it's also very welcoming because you do have this step down. Everything is light. The floors are light. The cabinets are light. All this hickory is just beautiful, and I don't know. It's just so many unique things about it. I'm always looking around at something different that they've done, a design that looks different than any other house that makes it special.
I know, and Lisa, I've shared with you a lot of times, you know, selling a lot of the Walnut Creek homes, the mid-century homes in this area, and Leonard and Lynn know this. My first impression when I came in here, I hadn't seen anything like this. I was just sort of shocked, and my jaw hit the ground. I was like, wait a second, what did you do in one of her, you know, mid-century Walnut Creek homes? And it was a really wonderful reimagining of a space that I don't often see over here in the North Austin area.
And can I say,
yes.
like when we walk in, so he's cooking, and they always have something out. It just draws you over to this spot. It seems like every time we come in, this is where we sit.
Yes, you're right.
And it's just very warm and welcoming. You know, you come here, you sit down, you gather, you eat, you talk, and you're very relaxed. It's just a very nice vibe.
And that's why I wanted to, you know, get the camera out today and capture the scene that we often enjoy when we come to visit you guys and this family, and the feeling that we always have in this space that sometimes isn't conveyed in photographs. So just real quick, I'm gonna spin around too quickly, apologies. Lynn was telling us earlier about how you took out walls. Can you tell us real quick sort of what the old space used to be?
Well, this was a house chair, floor to ceiling, iron, white iron, and there was only one small space for you to come into the living room. And that was the first thing that had to go. And then this was a whole wall across here. And the kitchen was what we refer to as postage stamp size.
Yeah.
You could hardly turn around. There was no storage. There was no place, you know, everybody, because we do entertain a lot, and we would have like 10 people in this little tiny space. And, you know, I knew the vision was to open this all up and then to make this all one big, you know, gathering area, great room as they call it now, the open concept. Back when I did this, that was just kind of coming into fashion, but it just seemed like a logical solution for this house for entertaining. And then, of course, I found the granite as a used piece of store in Fredericksburg. It kind of created...
So the granite came from Fredericksburg, you said?
The first piece I ever saw of this particular
granite
at the time was more of an exotic granite, but I brought home a Lazy Susan and sat it everywhere with me in here going like, I'm going to design off this piece the rest of the house. So it was kind of my muse piece.
And you also said you wanted the home to not feel heavy.
Right. I wanted it to feel light and airy. I mean, especially in the South Texas summers, we have to close up our homes to keep them cool. So I didn't want that heavy feeling of dark woods and dark everything. I wanted the summer still to be light and airy while you're closed up with the air conditioning during the summer, and of course during the winter, the fireplace going and everything. And I was very adamant about how I put in my lighting so that I had a lot of options for lighting.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love about the space. I'm just showing some of the light features that are about this.
The size of that fireplace.
Yeah, this is a you know, a beautifully large hearth for the neighborhood, and you've sort of continued
the same limestone.
The stone
For the island that actually came out of the backyard. Leonard dug all this up, and the mason.
Wait a second, you dug all this limestone up?
Because there used to be a huge above ground pool that they knocked down, and they had just buried all the limestone rather than hauling it off. So I decided I wanted to take the theme of the fireplace into the design of the island, and that's why we used the travertine, so I had a flow going in the design element with the island.
Well, I love it. Well, Leonard has prepared some stuffed mushrooms, and
this is food, it's not stuff.
Oh no, that's food. Yes, I'm just saying we have the stuffed mushrooms.
Stuffed mushrooms.
Sorry. Did I call it a stuffed food? I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I'm hungry. I'm excited by the meal. And we're gonna have a wonderful open house this weekend, so come by to experience. This was just the great room that we're exploring and visiting today, and we're gonna have more to share other times. But Leonard has one more comment.
A comment that we've lived here for 30 years, and what kept us here is the neighborhood. This is a wonderful, wonderful area, and oftentimes when I go for walks, I always feel very fortunate to be able to be in this neighborhood, because it is not your typical Bill Milburn community. There are huge trees, wide streets, and I've always felt very fortunate that we were able to purchase this house here. It's just, I think it's one of the best kept secrets here in the Austin area. And anybody that is fortunate enough to land here is really going to have a couple of wins, not just the house, but also the community itself. This is wonderful.
Oh, that's why we call it the Secret Garden of North Austin.
Is that right?
Oh, yes. Well, we're gonna go and finish our little snacks and wine. Thank you, Lynn, for your design and your talents that you've bestowed on this house, and Leonard for the gifts, your culinary gifts that you've extended to Lisa and I over the months that we've been preparing this home. We look seeing everyone. We're gonna have our open house this weekend, and we'll share more about it, but enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.